on more leash work today, walking at heel, not pulling on the lead. Also working on our place work as well. We want his sit to be super, super strong. And obviously he knows how to sit, but when I say sit, I want him to be able to sit and not fidget around and be able to hold his place for upwards of 2 hours if need be. So we won't start our recall work, working on our heel work, until his sit is super, super strong and he's not breaking on me. Because dogs will have a tendency to start anticipating the recall command, which is here, and they'll break out of their sit. So we'll continue to work on super strong sit before we move to recall, but we're working on place, we're working on our sit, and we're working on walking at heel. Good boy. Here, here, heel, heel, good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Sit. 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 Heel. Sit. Good. You'll notice also just a sit. No, sir. Sit. This to him will mean sit. It's a very subtle, just a little tug on the collar in the up direction. And the reason I train it that way is, you know, if you're out and about downtown Knoxville or somewhere and you want to be able to stop and have a conversation with someone, you can just every now and again just give him just a little tug, and you're communicating with him. You're keeping the lines of communication open, but it's so subtle that most people, unless they look for it, they won't know what you're doing. So this is just communicating to him right now. He's still figuring it out. He don't necessarily know exactly what it means just yet, but he's obviously figuring it out. Sit, 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 sit. So you'll see when I'm coming out of my heel work, we're walking that heel. Obviously you can tell he's doing a great job. And I know this is very important for you to not pulling on the lead. So when I go to stop, you'll see I give just a little firm pull up with the lead, and he'll pop his bottom right down. Heel. No, heel. Sit. Good boy. Good. Sit. Sit.
Good. Good pup. That's a good boy.
Sit. Good. Sit. Heel. Heel. You also notice I'm working on inside turns, where he's on my inside hip and I'm turning. Heel. Sit. And you'll notice I'm also working on outside turns. Dogs will have a tendency to just want to keep wandering off if I'm doing an outside turn like this. And then sometimes dogs will have a tendency to get out in front of you when you're trying to do an inside turn and trip you up. We don't want that either. So we want the dog staying back at heel. And when I start to turn my inside turn, he gives way to me and lets me do my turn. Heel. Sit. Good. Place. Sit.
Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. That's a... No, sir. Not jumping.
No. Sit. 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 No. Sit. Sit. Good. No. Sit. 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 Case in point, that's what I'm talking about. He's still wanting to break out of his sit. We don't want that. I'm purposely walking around him and forcing him to have to turn his head, but I want him to understand that no matter what, no matter where I walk off to, or if I approach him, or I walk away from him, he's got to hold his sit if that's the command that's been given to him. Sit. Sit. Good. Good boy. Sit. 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 Good. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Good. You also want to be able to approach your dog when he's in a sit, pet him, love on him, and then walk away and him still not break on us. Good boy. Hank. Sit. Good. Sit. 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 Sit.
Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Thank you. Thank you for those kisses. Yeah, that's a good boy.
Sit. Good. Sit. 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 No. Sit. 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 Good. No. Sit. 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 Okay.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good. Sit. 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 Heel. Good boy. Heel. Heel. Heel.
Hey, place. Place.
Sit.
Good. Good boy.
Sit. Sit. Good. No. 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 Good. Sit. No. Place. Sit. Good. You also notice I'm pulling my hand away from him. When I go to pet him, if he tries to lick me, it's one of my big pet peeves. I don't like a dog that has to lick you constantly. So if I go to pet and he tries to lick, I'm pulling my hand away. I'm showing him, no, you're not going to get loved on if you're trying to lick me or jump up to reach me. I want him to hold his sit, and I can reach down and love on him, but if he's going to react to that, I'm not doing it. Sit. No. Good. Nah.